David asks on our Facebook page here for our Q&A session for hitting or surpassing 450,000 subscribers and 9,000 YouTube uploads. He says, do you think that Trump will be any worse on foreign policy than Obama was? That's a good question. The very, very direct, honest answer, even though it sounds like a dodge, it's not, is I don't know. My guess is, and my educated guess is, yes, he will be worse. Because Donald Trump, so he's kind of like Hillary Clinton in the sense that he's been on both sides of every single issue. So flip-flop galore. It's Mitt Romney, Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump, probably the three worst flip-floppers in history. You can find him saying anything. You can find him saying he's pro-abortion. You can find him saying he's against abortion. You can find him saying he's in favor of outsourcing jobs. He wrote an article in 2013 about that, how we need no trade borders. And you can find him saying, obviously, oh yeah, I'm against TPP and against NAFTA and against all these free trade deals. So you can find him saying, hey, we got to get out of the wars and rebuild here at home. And you can find him saying, we're going to bomb the shit out of ISIS, and hey, let's take out their families and murder civilians on purpose. So he's on every side of every issue. So you can't go based off what he says. So then what do you go based off of? Well, again, I don't know what he's actually going to do yet, but the best indication in my mind would be, who's he surrounding himself with? Who are his appointments? Who are going to be the people who are in his ear the most? And well, he's made crystal clear on that front. It's the establishment. Whether it be Goldman Sachs, Steve Mnuchin for Treasury Secretary, which is an utter disaster. Whether it be Poozder, the fast food CEO, for Labor Secretary, who doesn't believe in labor. He's going to be Labor Secretary. He's like, yeah, let's go totally towards automation. And by the way, fuck the minimum wage and fuck paid sick time and fuck paid vacation days. And I love Ayn Rand. Whether it be that guy, whether it be Rick Perry for the head of the Energy Department, who famously said, I want to eliminate that department. So that's all the establishment. That's all far-right goons who don't give a fuck about the American people. But when it comes to foreign policy, who's he surrounding himself with? Rex Tillerson, CEO of ExxonMobil. So I guess there's one thing Trump said where I do totally believe him, and he repeated it more than almost anything else. We're going to take the oil. We're going to take the oil. We're going to take it from Iraq. That's what we're going to do. So maybe we have wars for natural resources that don't even have the pretense of a humanitarian mission. Because that's what they used to do. Oh, no, we're going to liberate Iraq. Anyway, give me the oil. But with Trump, it's we're going to take the oil. So you got Rex Tillerson, as the CEO of ExxonMobil, as Secretary of State. Gee, I wonder if he's going to take the oil. So that's a very hawkish, scary thing. But perhaps even scarier, who's going to be the second in command at the State Department? John Bolton, the worst of all neocons. When he was considered for the job, he was going around saying, we should attack Iran like now. The guy has never met a war he doesn't like. He makes Dick Cheney look like Noam Chomsky. He's so fucking hawkish. So that's the number two in command. This is a guy who's going to have, President Trump's ear. So he's surrounded himself with neocons and nation builders. And what that leads me to believe is he's going to take Obama's version of U.S. imperialism, which is soft imperialism. And what I mean by that is, he's continuing two full-scale wars, Iraq and Afghanistan. But he's just in the other places where we're intervening. There's 7 places where we're intervening right now. Syria, Libya, Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia are the other 5. In those places, Obama's doing drone strikes, he's doing traditional airstrikes, and he's doing, in some cases, special ops boots on the ground. I think that under Trump, it's possible you'll see either continuing that or escalating and making it worse. And instead of doing the soft imperialism of the establishment Democrats, you go balls to the wall with the hard imperialism of the Dick Cheney variety, the John Bolton variety, the George W. Bush variety. And remember, he's massively against Iran. He's made clear that he's going to let Israel and Netanyahu do whatever they want and take more Palestinian land, which will further inflame tensions around the world. Perhaps the only foreign policy issue where Trump might be less hawkish, and this is a big if, is Russia and Ukraine, which I hope he's less hawkish on that, but it might be the case that Putin gets a little comfortable and starts doing some more nefarious stuff and jacking some post-Soviet states, and then everybody in the U.S. screams about Trump being weak, and then he responds militarily, and then we're in World War III. Also with China, how China's like, look, we're going to take the gloves off if you change Taiwan policy, because he's shown that he was like willing to treat Taiwan as an independent state. China's like, bitch. So if they do that, well, then we're in a trade war because China cuts off, the flow of Apple products or other products here, as they say they will. So there's a lot of things that could go wrong. Trade war, actual war, escalation of the conflicts we're already in. You got to remember, he has the NSA to spy on everybody and their grandma, and it's in the hands of this thin-skinned buffoon who's kind of openly authoritarian in many respects, but with his media blacklists and suing Bill Maher over a joke and threatening to sue The Onion over a satire article. So my educated guess is, yes, all the half of the stuff he said on foreign policy, the non-interventionist talk, was just talk, and it was just something to say to try to get elected. He surrounded himself with hawkish people, and he'll probably do what the establishment wants and what the neocons want, which will be escalating many foreign conflicts. So my guess is, yes, he's going to be more hawkish than Obama, even though Obama was pretty bad because he went back on his hope and change argument and got us in more interventions than even Bush had us in.